Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Fast and Furious fights.
You just earned yourself a dance with the devil, boy. You're under arrest.
What you think you're doing?
Looking at you dead in the eye.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best brawls in this high-octane franchise. We'll only be looking at main entries, so fights from the spin-off Hobbs and Shaw won't be included. Since some of these brawls come at key moments, a spoiler warning is in effect. What's your favorite Fast and Furious fight? Let us know in the comments below. Now let the contentious top 10 begin. Let's go. Number 10. Dom confronts Brian. Fast and Furious.
She was running for this guy Braga and things went bad. Please! I'm gonna get these guys, Dom. Now let me do my job and bring them up.
After Dom hears that his wife, Letty, was shot while working for the Twisted Braga, he goes on a relentless search for answers. One thing he doesn't know is that his former friend Brian arranged for Letty to work for the villain. When the truth comes out, Dom attacks with fury.
Hey, Dom.
What are you gonna tell me?
Dom, what are you doing?
When are you gonna tell me you were running, Letty?
Let me explain.
When are you gonna...
Brian spends most of the fight on the defensive, trying not to get absolutely destroyed by his enraged ally. Only after getting slammed into the ground is he finally able to get through to Dom.
Letty came to me to clear your name in exchange for bringing down Braga. She just wanted you to come home!
While this brawl doesn't feature detailed choreography and is far from even, it carries a ton of emotional weight. Brian would rather take the heavy hits than fight his grieving friend. Number 9. Ja faces Han and Roman. Fast and Furious 6.
Han, Giselle, Roman, you're up. We find the guy who made that car, we find Shaw.
During Fast and Furious 6, Han and Roman find themselves chasing down a henchman named Ja. After easily taking down several officers, the villain turns his attention to the heroic duo. Han and Roman don't stand the ghost of a chance. Ja is fast and skilled enough to dodge most of their blows and deal some hard hits back. To add insult to injury, he finishes the fight by taking them both down simultaneously with a wickedly cool two-step move. Han and Roman are left lying in a pool of agony and embarrassment. While they may want to forget about this hilariously one-sided brawl, we never will.
No one needs to know about this. No one.
Number 8. Brian's Bus Brawl. Furious 7. After jumping into a speeding bus to save a kidnapped hacker named Ramsey, Brian is forced to fight a deadly henchman known as Kiet. The two men trade a flurry of blows inside the moving vehicle. While Kiet uses the unique environment to pull off impressive acrobatic moves, Brian actually finds a way to hurt his opponent while also saving his friends. Their exciting clash hits a major hurdle, however, when the driver is accidentally shot. Taking advantage of the chaos, Kiet locks Brian inside of the bus as it heads towards a cliff. The villain's actions lead to a death-defying moment. Brian's struggle to escape the falling vehicle is the perfect way to cap off a fantastic fight scene.
You good?
Thank you.
Number 7. Brian's solitary confinement scrap. Fast and Furious 6.
Brian O'Connor. That was quite an entrance.
To get information from the imprisoned Braga, Brian goes undercover and gets himself sent to solitary confinement. While the hero and villain have an informative chat, things eventually go sideways. Braga and two of his armed prison allies attack Brian in a tight cell. The claustrophobic setting of the fight drives up the intensity and desperation. Despite being outnumbered and his foes bringing shivs to the fight, Brian manages to turn the tables. He uses a towel as a defensive tool and takes out a second prisoner with his bare hands. The sheer brutality Brian brought to this cage match easily made it one of the most memorable fights.
This better have been worth it.
More than you'll ever know.
Number 6. Letty resists Riley's arrest. Fast and Furious 6.
My friend here can give you heights of pain you've never experienced before.
When DSS agent Riley tried to bring Letty in for questioning, the two women got into a vicious fight in London's underground, and neither of them played fair. Letty gets cuffs slapped on her wrists, but manages to slip away and turn them into dangerous brass knuckles. Riley retaliates with strong grappling moves only to discover that her opponent is willing to bite her way out of a hold. Yikes. Letty is so focused on winning that she sends them both tumbling down a steep flight of stairs to get an advantage. In the end, she escapes to fight another day. Packed with great choreography and fantastic pacing, this underground brawl is worth missing your train to see.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5, Hobbs meets Shaw, Furious 7.
Agent Hobbs, right?
That's right. I'm also the last man on Earth whose computer you want to be hacking into.
Before Deckard Shaw can get away with vital information about his enemies, he has to take on the hulking Hobbs. During their gloriously over-the-top clash, furniture is flipped, glass is shattered, and neither man gives an inch. Shaw's athleticism and speed makes him a fascinating match against the strong and sturdy Hobbs. Their fight is made even better by creative camera work that makes us feel the impact of each hit.
Goddamn IT guys.
Although we could watch them beat each other up for hours, Shaw ends the fight by detonating an explosive. Their fiery rivalry would only grow more intense after this office showdown.
Killed Han. Almost killed my family.
He also tried to put me in a body bag too.
Number 4, Letty overcomes the odds, Furious 7.
Would you believe I knocked him out with my charm?
Letty has little trouble taking on 3 guards at the same time, making short work of them with her swift and brutal moves. But Kara, played by UFC fighter Ronda Rousey, proves a much greater threat. Letty goes from dominating the fight with her fists to using absolutely everything in the room as a weapon. Kara, for her part, uses technique and power to keep her opponent on her toes every step of the way. Ultimately, Letty has to recycle an old move and throw herself off a high place with Kara. The crazy gambit pays off, however, both for this tough heroine and the audience.
Letty, talk to me. Are you okay?
Seeing Letty walk away from this tense, thrilling, and tremendous melee made us excited for her next big bout. Number 3, Hobbs pursues Shaw through prison, the fate of the furious.
I mean, do you really believe you can stand in front of me and beat me in a straight-up old-fashioned fistfight?
Let me tell you something. Me and you, one-on-one, no one else around.
When given the chance to escape his cell, Shaw doesn't hesitate. As the rest of the prison erupts in chaos, Hobbs tries to catch him. Instead of pitting them against each other one-on-one, the movie cleverly has both men fighting security guards and inmates separately. Shaw displays insane parkour moves and serious fighting skills. Meanwhile, Hobbs shows that he's so strong that rubber bullets barely affect him, and he can throw men in body armor with little effort. The scene's tension only grows as Hobbs fights his way closer to Shaw. Although we don't see a rematch between the rivals here, there are plenty of great action beats to keep us entertained.
It took longer than I expected.
Number 2, Dom's final street fight with Shaw, Furious 7.
Never should have messed with a man's family.
I told your brother the same thing.
Both Dom and Shaw had very legitimate reasons for hating each other's guts. The two finally get to settle their beef with a good old-fashioned brawl on top of a parking garage.
You thought this was gonna be a street fight?
Their climactic clash opens with both men using melee weapons. Fortunately, the fight doesn't lose any energy when they start relying more on their fists and grappling moves. Dom and Shaw also make sure to use the parking garage setting in their own unique ways. The combination of anger, tension, and pure machismo made this one of the finest final clashes to take place outside of a car. Unfortunately for Shaw, Dom had a bit more experience than him when it comes to street fights.
Thing about street fights? The street always wins.
Before we drive to our top pick, here are a couple of honorable mentions. Letty and Riley round 2, Fast and Furious 6. Letty definitely comes out on top of this rematch. Dom and Hobbs unite against Owen Shaw and Claws, Fast and Furious 6. The good guy's finishing move is insanely epic.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Dom vs. Hobbs, Fast 5.
Real tough. You turn around and put your hands behind your back.
I don't think so.
From the moment Dom and Hobbs met, we knew these two titans would eventually come to blows. Their inevitable fight was everything we could have hoped for.
You're going down, Toretto.
I'm right here.
The choreography was incredible, every hit felt real, and the two looked evenly matched. The longer they crashed through walls and threw punches, the harder it was to predict who would win. Their clash reached its dramatic height when a wrench was brought into the fray. Despite having nothing but bad blood towards Hobbs, though, Dom smashes the weapon into the ground and surrenders to the authorities. The unexpected way the movie wrapped up the spectacular fight solidified it as the best brawl in the franchise.
I'm in. All right with you, Toretto.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.